Let's look at this first one, which has k divided by 3 plus 4 equals 27. First step is always the same thing. Box the letter, so that way we know, in the end, we need that letter by itself. Then we work from the things that are farthest away, or as other math teachers would say, get rid of the addition and subtraction first. We have a plus 4, and what's the opposite of adding 4? It's subtracting 4. Pretty easy. A plus 4 and a minus 4 are going to balance each other out. They're going to cancel out and make a 0. We're going to copy down this part that we didn't change, which is k divided by 3. We're going to copy the equal to, and then now we have to do 27 minus 4. To finish this off, we have k divided by 3 equals 23. What's happening to k? We're trying to get k by itself, so we have to see what's happening to it. This is k divided by 3. K divided by 3. What would be the opposite of dividing by 3? Multiplying by 3. So all we're going to do is we're going to write times 3 on both sides of the equation. We're multiplying by 3, and we are dividing by 3. Whenever you have a times 3 and a divided by 3, these are going to balance each other out because of multiplying and dividing are inverse operations. The only thing left on the left side is k. So we're already at the last step, and all we have to do is 23 times 3. Let's do that multiplication in our head. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 2, 6. K equals 69. Now let's check that. If this is the right answer, then we should be able to put this 69 back into the original question and get something that's true. 69 divided by 3 plus 4 equals 27. In our calculator, do 69 divided by 3. That makes 23 plus 4 equals 27. 23 plus 4 makes 27, which matches up with what we wanted it to. We got it right. Let's do one last question, just because fractions can show up in different forms. All right, so this type of question where you have negative 11 equals a minus 5 divided by 6, you need to practice reading these out aloud, because if you can read it, then you can solve it, because all we're going to do to solve it is undo what's happening. Negative 11 equals a minus 5 divided by 6. If we knew what a was already, then this is what we would do first. The first thing we're going to do is subtract that 5, and then the last thing we would do is divide by 6. But since we are trying to solve for a, then the first thing we're going to do is get rid of this dividing by 6. The reason why we're going to get rid of the divide by 6 first is because this thing, according to how you read this question, happens last. So the last thing was divide by 6. What will be the opposite of dividing by 6? Multiplying by 6. So we're going to do a 6 times both sides. 6 times negative 11. Well, 6 times 1s are easy. That's a negative 66. Then you look at this. We have a times 6 and we have a divide by 6. Both of these top numbers are being divided by 6. So that means that those things are coming together. They're going to be divided by 6 and they're going to be multiplied by 6. If we have divide by 6 and multiply 6 touching each other, they cancel out. And that was the whole point of doing the inverse operation. So we have a minus 5 on the right equals negative 66. One more thing to do. We have a minus 5. What's happening to a? It's being subtracted by 5. What will be the opposite of subtracting 5? The opposite of subtracting 5 is adding 5. So we get rid of that negative 5 by doing the opposite, which is a plus 5. So we're going to do a plus 5 over here. On this side, they balance out. On this side, we have a negative 66 plus 5. Do those have the same sign? No, they don't. Since they have opposite signs, that means they're not going to add together to make something bigger. They're going to kind of cancel each other out, and they're going to get closer to 0. So this positive 5 is going to cancel out 5 from this to make a negative 61 equal to a. We're done after we check it. So we're going to go back to our original question, which was in green, and instead of putting a, we're going to put negative 61. Negative 11 equals negative 61 minus 5 divided by 6. Remember how I said we solve things the opposite way from how we would have plugged it in? Now that we're plugging it in, we have negative 61 minus 5. That's going to be the first step whenever we're checking it. These two things combine to make negative 66. Then we're going to copy the divide by 6 and the negative 11. Negative 66 divided by 6. How many times does 6 fit into 6? Once. How many times does 6 fit into 6? Once. That was negative, so we copy the negative. And we already had the negative 11 on the left. These two things are equal, so we did not make any mistakes. As a kid, it might be annoying to check your answers, but really, this doesn't take that long, and it would take you a lot longer to have to completely redo your assignment because you missed it the first time. In order to not miss these questions, you should check your answers. It's only going to add like an extra 20 seconds to your work. I hope this video helped you. Good luck on your assignment.